Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. I was gonna do like a get ready with me and talk about like my career, like an update about real estate, but I decided I'm going to do a update on real estate while we go fall decor shopping, just to change it up and do something different. So let's go ahead and get into this video. Okay, so just a quick recap. If you've never watched any of my videos before and you're new to the channel, then my name is Amia. I am a real estate agent in the Houston, Texas. I have been a real estate agent since 2020. So October would be my official 5th year of being in real estate. So let's just say this is the 5-year update. I was a real estate agent. I did work at realtor.com, which formerly was a company called Opcity, and realtor.com bought them. So I still had some prior real estate knowledge because I was calling people and connecting them with agents and lenders and things of the sort. So I would say total of real estate experience, I would say it's been 6 years now. So I don't really remember some of the things that I said in my 2-year update. I'll post some clips or something in this video. As I did renew my license, so I'm still going to be a realtor. I love doing my job. There are some things that I may do differently in my next 2 years, but I just wanted to go ahead and put that out there that I did renew my license and I still plan on doing real estate and everything. Reminder, but I'm just gonna go over just like the basics. The market has changed a lot since I first started in real estate. When I first started in real estate, you know, it was COVID and the interest rates were super low, so everybody and their father and their mom was purchasing, buying left and right. But I was a brand new agent when I first started, so I didn't really know how to market to people, and I was very shy. Like, I wouldn't say I have a shy personality, but I was shy when it came to my career. Like, I was just scared to market to people. I was scared to, like, basically what they say in real estate is you're being a secret agent, and you're not going to make any money being a secret agent. I didn't want to be salesy. I didn't want to be corny or anything like that. I will say the last 2 years of my career has completely changed. I have done like a complete 360. I don't care about being corny. I don't care about being salesy. I don't care about any of that. And I think I've really found like the best way to go about real estate for me. Based, I have seen growth and I have seen success with just simply going to the park and talking to a whole bunch of people. I am not here to change your mind or to convince you to sell your house. Like, I'm not here to go find somebody that's sitting on their house and doesn't want to move, and then they're like, and I'm trying to push them to sell their house just because I want to sell their house. I'm here to help the people that are actually thinking about selling their house or wanting to buy their house, or they're just uneducated about selling and buying houses or rentals. And I'm here to help those people. So if you're looking for education on things like that, I'm here to provide it. If you're considering selling, then I'm here to help you with that. If you're considering purchasing, then I'm here to help you on that. But I'm not going to sit here and like force your hand. That's just not me. There are agents out there that are like, no, I'm going to call them whether they're thinking about it or not, and whether they like it or not, and I'm going to try and convince them to sell their house. And I just don't work like that. I don't want to run a business that way. I don't want to be looked at that way. Just here to help you with something that you already wanted if it was your goal. And I feel like since I've adapted that mindset, it has made me more comfortable in my career than when I first started. And that is another update. I feel like I have truly mastered, no, I wouldn't say mastered, but I would say I have found my rhythm when it comes to being a stay-at-home mom or a homeschooling mom, and also trying to run a career. I feel like that has been the biggest challenge my entire career, is trying to figure out when to have time to prospect, when to have time to give to my kids. All right, y'all, I'm sorry for the interruption, but unfortunately my mic was cut off and I was still explaining everything to you while I was shopping, but I forgot to cut my mic back on. So we're going to take a little pit stop at Dollar Tree, Ross, and Five and Below and see if we can find anything. And I do pick back up on it in the next clip, telling you my schedule. Ross and Five and Below did not give us what we were looking for. So If you're a mom and you're looking to get into real estate and things, I feel like I have finally found my rhythm when it comes to balancing being a mom and being a realtor, because they're both very demanding jobs, and obviously being a mother is always going to be your priority, but also taking care of your kids is part of that priority. So you kind of have to figure out how to balance both if it's going to be a career that you want to set up for yourself. So the way that my schedule just works, I'm just going to give you a gist. I'm not going to go into every single little detail. We wake up maybe 8 or 9 o'clock. We do breakfast and we do our schoolwork, and then while she's doing her independent work, I will do my admin work for today, which is, or the day, or I will begin my follow-ups, which is just following up with my active clients, giving them updates on their offers, their applications, their listings. I will also do any paperwork that needs to be done and whatever I can fit in that 30 to 45-minute time frame. Then after that, we do try to go outside or go to the gym or do something active. Finish with that, we'll come back home, and for the rest of the day, which is usually from about 11 or 12 to 4, I try to work independently by myself in my office or on the couch or something. It just really depends on how we're feeling for that day. And I use those hours to try and do my prospecting. I get 90% of my business from social media, Facebook, TikTok. I've gotten a couple leads from YouTube. So if you're watching this video right now, do not be scared to reach out to me, because I've had some of you guys reach out to me and we closed. So congratulations to y'all. For about 2 to 3 hours. My goal every day is to try and prospect for 2 to 3 hours, just to keep my business flowing and to keep consistent money. Because that's one thing about real estate, is like you have to learn how to make consistent money. And I feel like I haven't mastered that until my last 2 years date, which is just keeping a consistent income. Blow up admin work, and I'll take calls until about 6 o'clock. I just let them know that if they're going to be calling me after 4, that they'll likely hear my kids in the background, just to be transparent with them. And if I have a client that doesn't, want to work with somebody like that, then they're just likely not the client for me. Because if you're going to be calling me after 5 o'clock, I'm going to be with my kids. So, and you're going to hear my kids, and there's nothing that I can really do about that. I try to step outside. I do teach them to respect my boundaries as far as, being quiet, not talking while I'm on the phone. And I always tell them, I'm like, hey, do you like doing fun things? And do you like having toys? Well, if you like doing fun things and you like having toys, then you got to be quiet while I'm on the phone, because that's how mommy makes her money. And so Cody's pretty good at that. Dakota doesn't really understand that. She's 1, and I don't expect her to. She always screaming in the background, to be honest. I try to stick with a schedule. I didn't do that beforehand. Is it still on? Yeah, I didn't do that beforehand. I would just work 24/7, and it caused me to burn out. And I was and doing apartments, because it wore me out. It's just, you're always having to go do showings. You're always going to have to do this. You're always ripping and running. You have to show 15 properties in a day. They don't like it, then you have to do this. And it's never really, like, without balance, like just being a buyer's agent, I'm not sure if I would burn out, but it kind of felt like I would burn out. Constantly burning out all the time. Just constantly burning out. I was going and going and going to the point where I would take months off, and then I make no money, and that's inconsistent. So I just found a rhythm for me that works best for me to stay consistent and be able to use real estate to build my lifestyle that I want, to live the way that I want. And I feel like every year we get closer and closer to that. We're able to travel more. We're able to do things more by the grace of God. So I am still grateful for the career. I still plan on going. I have no inch in my body that wants to quit, even though every other month I do tell myself I'm going to quit, just from frustration, because it's such a demanding career and it can be really, really frustrating. But every single time I say that, I know that I'm lying. And it's just one of those things where you kind of just have to give it to God and just pray for the best and just move on. I stick to my boundaries now. So I usually work Sunday from Thursday, so that they still have at least one weekend day with me, because sometimes it's hard for people to do showings throughout the week because they work 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, which is fine. And I don't really do showings in the evening. Now, if you do need a showing in the evening, I have showing assistants. That's another thing that I would consider like an upgrade to the career, is I'm in a position where I can hire showing assistants and things like that for people to help me. Because I am a mom, there's a lot of things that I do have to delegate eventually, just so that I'm able to be in their life and be consistent, and things like that. So I do delegate showings sometimes, a lot of times. I don't have a transaction coordinator because I feel like I still have the time. Fridays and Saturdays, sometimes people still need showing, so I will do it by appointment only, not just like, hey, call me, can you show me this house really quick, and then I get up and go. I don't do that. But I will, like, if you tell me ahead of time, like, hey, I need a showing on Saturday and I have the time to do it on Saturday, then so far I haven't had any backlash or pushback from it. They kind of just respect my schedule. And I feel like that's what I was scared about in the beginning, to have like a specific schedule, because they don't tend to take us seriously as real estate agents. But I don't get any pushback. Like, this is my schedule. I have kids, and they understand that. It has made it easier for me to build a career that I want to build, and just stay motivated. So yeah, that's basically just how my career is going. It's going good. I do make more money than I made in my first 2 years. All right, y'all, we're in DD's now. I'm about to stop and look at these shoes really quick, because they always have cheap, cute, really cute, cheap shoes. Now, cheap shoes, they ain't the most comfortable, but I just want to take a look. So while I'm looking, Cody, come here, please. So I'm looking, I do want to talk about like the next steps that I want to take my business. So right now we're deciding if we want to rent out our house and then buy another one, or if we want to sell it and then buy another one and then buy another rental property that may be better as far as area and profit. It's a lot of numbers and deciding. So the mats are down here. So like I was saying, we're deciding if we want to rent out our property or if we want to sell it. I do eventually want to have a few rental properties just to diversify income, but my main goal is really to start like. All right, y'all. So, oh Lord, my hair. Okay, so we're about to go to at home now because DD's didn't really have anything I liked. I really wanted to do like the whole burgundy vibe. I've been feeling that, but I ain't seeing too much. Oh my god, becoming a broker, that's a whole different ball game. It comes with a lot more liability, but it does come with more flexibility. So it's still something that I'm willing to consider in the next 2 years. Seems like I already qualify. I just needed to take like a class or so, like something to consider. And then another thing that I told you in the store also is that we're trying to decide if we want to turn our house into a rental property or not, or sell it and then try and find another rental property. The thing that I was trying to tell you guys, it's like when it comes to being a landlord, I want to make sure that it's affordable. I want to provide affordable housing. So I just have to make sure the properties that I'm purchasing are really good deals. My first step is definitely with my house. Like, I've already purchased before, so the best thing to do is to figure out if I want to move it and keep it as a rental property and then buy another one, or do I want to use the funds from selling that house to buy our personal property, because we are trying to buy a bigger house, or buy personal property and then use the rest of it to buy another rental property that may be more profitable for us. So it'll be up to God, really. It'll be up to God. Eventually, like later down the line, I would say in the next 5 years, I do want to open up a daycare, hopefully, or some type of like schooling that I run but don't necessarily work in, to also help parents and hopefully find a way to make that affordable. And then my main goal, my number one goal since I started and since I got my license, is to get into fix and flips. Now, the properties that I want to purchase are not properties that are like that a regular homeowner can purchase, like I can go out and purchase. It would have to be a home that only investors are purchasing, because I don't want to be that type of investor where I get in the way of homeowners. Like, a regular homeowner, typically in this market and on average, they cannot purchase those type of investment properties, just because the down payment and the upfront cost of fixing it up is too much. That's why they go for FHA, because it's a low down payment. And like a regular FHA loan, it would have to be a rehab loan or hard money or an investment loan, something of the sorts. Um, so that is my goal for right now, just trying to figure out where to take my career next. I have it set in my head how I want to do it. It's just hard for me to articulate. But my main goal right now is just trying to figure out what to do next as far as our living and our house and everything like that. And then once I figure that out, then I'll figure out like what's the next big jump that I want to do. Going on, my career is doing good. It's more consistent. I am doing better. I make more money every year. Thank you, God. They have their cooking stuff on. And I'm just trying to do all stuff. I mean, goodness gracious. So hopefully it's on sale. Cause Lord, we missed it, girl. We were supposed to go shopping for fall stuff in July. Goodness gracious. They just rushed the year. Well, I'm not thinking about that in July. Okay, we're back at home now. I feel like we didn't really hit the jackpot for real, for real. I was looking for fall stuff and I waited too long. It's September, so they don't really have fall stuff. It's all Halloween stuff. So I tried to get like a mix of them both. And then also some of the stores like At Home and one of the other stores I went to, it wasn't even fall or Halloween stuff. It was Christmas stuff. I'm like, dang, we just got to the Umbers.
It's cold.
Yeah, so this is the thing that we got from Slide and Below. Good thing I already have some decorations. I just wanted to add to it. Her favorite color is pink, and I have 2 girls, so we got these stackable pumpkins. I got these really pretty, like burnt orange and like a, what color is this? It's like a brown color. I can't remember what it's called. Brass color, and like these gold flower leaf thingies to put in my vase on the thing, because my fall vase that I usually put up there, I put in the kitchen for fall. So I'm gonna put these over there in my black vase. This one is just regular pumpkin. I was thinking about painting it like white, but I think I'm just gonna leave it alone.
Show you something.
We got this from Dollar Tree. I don't even remember how much it was. And then she got a Hello Kitty hand wash pump. I'm gonna put some soap in it. This was $10 at Home Goods. Yeah, I got this to go on the entry table. It's a frame to replace the picture of my grandma. The color matches the living room better because I'm trying to see you guys in the next video. Bye.